Hello everyone, I'm very pleased to study the course of International Trade Practice with all of you. Today we will learn together negotiation of the price clause of goods in the first section. In this section, we will mainly study the composition of unit price and the calculation of quotation. In today's class, our main topics include: first, the composition of unit price; second, commission and discount; third, export price calculation; fourth, import price calculation. Regarding the first point, the composition of unit price, we will focus on the meaning of unit price and the principles to follow when selecting the currency of valuation. The unit price refers to the price per unit of goods, agreed upon by both the buyer and the seller. It consists of four parts: the unit of measurement, the amount of unit price, the currency of valuation, and the trade term, all of which are essential. Let's look at an example. USD represents the currency of valuation. 100 is the amount of unit price. MRT stands for the unit of measurement, and CIF Shanghai is the trade term. Due to the instability of currency value, when selecting the currency of valuation, both the buyer and the seller should follow these two principles. First, use fully convertible currencies. Second, avoid exchange rate risks. Currently, in import and export transactions, common currencies of valuation and their corresponding currency codes are used. Students can refer to the table provided. Let's consider a discussion question for the class. Why is it preferable to use a soft currency in import transactions, while in export transactions, it is preferable to use a hard currency? Let's think about it. A soft currency implies that the currency is expected to depreciate. In importing transactions, there is a time gap between the signing of the contract and the payment for the goods. If a soft currency is used for payment, it means the value of the currency paid is lower than at that time of the contract signing. This is why the appreciation of the domestic currency or the settlement currency is beneficial for imports. Similarly, a hard currency implies that the currency is expected to appreciate. In export transactions, there is a time gap between the signing of the contract and the receipt of payment. If a hard currency is used for settlement or collection, it means the value of the received payment is higher than at that time of the contract signing. This is why the depreciation of the domestic currency or the appreciation of the settlement currency is beneficial for exports. Regarding the second point, commission and discount. Commission, also known as brokerage, refers to the payment made by the buyer or the seller to the intermediary who introduces the transaction or acts as an agent in buying and selling, as a reward for their intermediary services in the sale or purchase of goods. We will mainly study: first, methods of indicating commission; second, methods of stipulating commission; third, methods of calculating commission; fourth, methods of paying commission. Commission can be divided into visible commission and hidden commission. Visible commission is when the amount of commission included is explicitly stated in the price. If it is not explicitly stated in the price, but is agreed upon separately in practice, and when the amount of commission included, it is referred to as hidden commission. The parties involved will pay the agreed upon commission privately and separately. A price that includes either visible or hidden commission is commonly referred to as a commission price. A price that does not include commission or discount is called a net price. A hidden commission on the surface does not differ from a net price. But for clarity, it is usually added the term net after the trace term of a net price. The methods of stipulating commission mainly include: first, specifying a commission rate; second, indicating the commission as an absolute number. In international trade, the methods for calculating commissions are various. The main distinction is that when determining the commission, whether the commission rate is based on the transaction price or the FOB, free on board price. In practical business operations, whether the transaction price or the FOB price is used as the basis for commission calculation. It is typically decided through negotiation between the buyer and the seller, and there is no uniform regulation. However, due to its convenience and simplicity in operation, the former method is more commonly used in practice. The formula for calculating the commission is as follows: commission per unit of goods equals price including commission multiply commission rate net price equal price including commission minus commission per unit of goods equal price including commission multiply 1 minus commission rate. Price including commission equals net price divide 1 minus commission rate. Finally, commissions are typically paid in one of the following three ways. First, the exporting company pays the commission to the intermediary or agent after receiving the full payment for the goods. Second, the intermediary deducts the commission directly from the price of the goods when making the payment. Third, the commission is paid to the intermediary immediately after the transaction is concluded between the buyer and the seller. Discount refers to the seller granting the buyer a certain price reduction, that is, on the basis of the original price, offering an appropriate concession. We mainly learn the representation of discounts and the calculation and payment of discounts. Discounts are generally clearly stipulated in the price terms of the contract, and there are also instances where both parties privately reach an agreement on the discount issue without it being indicated in the contract. Some express the discount ratio in percentages, while others use absolute numbers to represent the discount. Students can take a look at the following examples. Discounts are usually calculated based on the transaction amount or the invoice amount, with the following formula for calculation. Unit goods discount amount equals original price or price including discount multiply discount rate. Seller's actual net income equals original price or price including discount minus discount amount. Discounts are usually when the buyer makes the payment. It will deduct it in advance if it is a hidden discount, which is not indicated in the contract. It should be paid separately according to the private agreement between the two parties. Third, export price calculation. The main contents include: first, price composition; second, price conversion between FOB, CFR, and CIF; third, quotation calculation. Among these, the price composition mainly includes the actual purchase cost, expenses, export tariffs, and profit. First, actual purchase cost refers to the export enterprise or foreign trade unit producing, processing, or purchasing its products for export, which is the actual production cost, processing cost, or procurement cost paid. Actual purchase cost equals purchase price, including VAT, minus export tax refund income. Among these, export tax refund income equals the purchase price divided by 1 plus 17% and then multiplied by the export tax refund rate. Expenses. Domestic expenses equals domestic freight plus booking fee plus port charges plus customs declaration fee plus inspection fee plus financial expenses plus management fee. Foreign expenses equals foreign freight plus foreign insurance fee plus commission. Export duty refers to the customs duty imposed by the customs on outbound goods as the taxed object. The purpose of imposing export duty is to restrict and regulate the excessive and disorderly export of certain goods, especially to prevent the disorderly export of some important natural resources and raw materials. Export duty equals duty paid price of export goods multiply export duty rate. Profit refers to the seller's expected profit, which is a certain percentage calculated based on the transaction price to determine the seller's earnings. Next, let's take a look at the composition of FOB, CFR, and CIF prices. FOB quotation equals actual purchase cost plus domestic expenses plus export duty plus expected profit. CFR quotation equals actual purchase cost plus domestic expenses plus export duty plus foreign freight plus expected profit. CIF quotation equals actual purchase cost plus domestic expenses plus export duty plus foreign freight plus foreign insurance fee plus expected profit. Among these, CIF equals CFR plus foreign insurance fee first equals FOB plus foreign freight F plus foreign insurance fee first. Foreign insurance fee equals CIF multiply insurance loading multiply insurance rate. Based on the above formulas, let's look at the question. Packaged food insured for with particular average WPA suffered seawater immersion during transit, resulting damping outer packaging and subsequent food spoilage due to mold. Should the insurance company be responsible for compensating this loss? The answer is, the insurance company is responsible for compensation. In this case, the food loss is caused by two factors. One is the seawater immersion within the WPA coverage, and the other is the mold growth outside the coverage. The former directly leads to the latter. According to the principle of proximate cause, the former is the proximate cause of the food loss, and it is within the coverage, so the insurance company should compensate. Question 2. During a war, a batch of export goods was insured for all risks, and while waiting to be shipped at the dock warehouse, it was bombed by enemy aircraft, causing a fire in the warehouse and damaging the goods. Should the insurance company be responsible for compensating this loss? The insurance company is not responsible for compensation. In this case, the goods damage is caused by two factors. One is the war outside the coverage, and the other is the fire within the coverage. The former directly leads to the latter, so the former is the proximate cause, and it is not within the coverage. Therefore, the insurance company can refuse to compensate. Next, let's take a look at the relevant formulas. FOB quotation multiply 1 minus the ratio of export duty rate divided by 1 plus export duty rate, then minus the expected profit rate equals actual purchase cost plus domestic expenses. When the export duty is zero, students can look at the related quotation formulas respectively. Import price calculation primarily includes price composition and quotation calculation. Price composition includes first, total import cost, second, import taxes and fees, third, domestic expenses, fourth, profit. Page 13. Total import cost refers to the purchase price of imported goods as well as all expenses and taxes incurred before sale. The CIF price plus domestic expenses and import taxes and fees. Total import cost equals CIF price plus import taxes and fees plus domestic expenses. Import taxes and fees equals import duty plus consumption tax plus VAT. Among these, import duty, consumption tax, and VAT, related formulas can be found below. We need to focus on the composition of CIF, CFR, and FOB import prices. Regarding import quotation calculation, CIF quotation equals domestic distribution price minus import taxes and fees minus domestic expenses minus expected profits. When both the consumption tax rate and the VAT rate are zero, students can look at the related quotation formulas respectively. Alright, today's class ends here. See you in the next class.